name's Kirsten. Thanks for doing another yoga class with me. Today we are going to be doing a lot of poses and flows that are really going to help strengthen our core, not just the abs, but all the way around. So really excited to get started with you guys. Let's come to the top of your mat. Spread out through your toes and just take a minute at the beginning of practice, just using this time as a little kind of check-in point. Checking in with yourself, seeing where you're at, kind of rolling through your shoulders, maybe rolling through your feet, seeing if you can spread those toes out a little bit more. Start to lift up through that spine. Feel like there's a string pulling through the top of the head, lengthening the back of the neck a little, drawing everything into alignment. Inhale to float your arms up. And exhale, open, big expansive exhale. Close the ribs to the hips. Lift through the top of the head. Inhale, root down through your feet. And then exhale, bringing that back down, sinking the shoulder blades down the back. This time, inhaling up, interlock your fingers. Invert your palms and press them up on your exhale. Get super tall. Inhale, reach the pinkies to the back of the room. Exhale, close the ribs to the hips. Inhale, reach to the right. Push your palms up. Exhale, close the ribs to the hips to bring it center. Inhale, other side. Exhale, close that up. Inhale, release your hands. Exhale, dive down. Long spine. Relaxing through your head and your neck. Take some time in your forward fold. Just see where you're at. Again, checking in with yourself if you need a little bit of a sway. Spread out those toes. You can start to feel the legs activate a little bit more, maybe spiraling the thigh bones in. If you want a block to bring that floor up to you, you can grab a block. You can always hold the elbows and frame the face, shake out that head. Lots of good breath here into the belly. As you exhale, feel the crown of the head just reaching long, lengthening your spine. Reach up through the sits bones. Releasing any hold you might have. Inhale, halfway up, long, tall spine. Exhale, back down. Inhale, all the way up. Exhaling, opening wide into a mountain. Feel those collarbones reaching to the side walls. Inhale, lift up. Rooting through the feet, lifting tall. Exhale and dive. Dropping the chin. And just hanging out here in that forward fold. Again, just see when you're at. If you want to draw yourself a little bit further, you can hold through the backs of the legs or place your hands under your feet. Whatever is going to feel best right now in your pose. Relax the muscles in your face a little. Breath, breath, breath. And release any hold you might have. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, back down. Inhale, all the way up. Lifting tall, breathing in. Exhale into your mountain. Finding that best posture. We're going to go into a full sun salutation. Use this for sun salutation to continue that check-in point with all your joints and muscles. See where you're at today. So spreading out those toes, strong through the legs, starting off from a very stable mountain posture. Inhale to lift. Exhale to dive down. Dropping the chin. Inhale, halfway. Exhaling your hands to the mat, frame out your feet. Take that right foot, giant step back into a tall lunge. And take some breaths here, checking in again, seeing where you're at. Finding even pressure in your front foot. Continuing that mountain posture in this lunge. So thinking about from the spine, from the tailbone, all the way through the crown of the head, reaching tall, broadening the shoulders. Exhaling the navel up into the spine. If you want to roll through any part of this lunge, you can. Letting your breath help extend your spine and posture. Letting your exhale sink your hips toward the mat. Opening that right hip up. Seeing where it's at today. And then planting your palms, step into a tall plank. Plank can be on your toes or it can be on your knees, either one. Spread out those fingers, actively push your body away from the mat. Find that mountain posture in your plank and feel all the muscles that are now engaging to support that posture. Shoulders strong down, away from the ears. Undersides of the knuckles, base of the fingers engaging to the mat. And on your next breath, exhale, bringing it down, chaturanga, elbows in tight, all the way to your mat. Flatten through the toes, peel the chest off of the mat, baby cobra. Roll the shoulders back and open, send that heart forward. Reach back through the toes. Bringing that back down, plant your palms right next to the ribs. Inhale, pressing up any amount into cobra. Lengthening through the crown of the head, sending the rib cage forward. Breathe into the low belly. Engage the index fingers firmly to the mat. Inhale your toes under. Exhale, shifting back, downward facing dog. First one of our practice together. Feel where you're at. Check through those calves. You can pedal it out, walk the dog a little. Let each heel melt down toward the mat. Reach through those arms. So you can always take downward dog at any point during the practice. And then just catch up or come back into your practice as you feel ready. And if downward dog doesn't feel like a big enough recovery or breather, you can go into a child's pose and then come back in. So make it work for you wherever you're at today. Inhale that right leg way up. Exhale, stepping forward and through into your forward fold. Relaxing into that posture, shaking it out if you need to. Spreading out those toes, inhale all the way up. Lifting tall. Exhale, open into that strong mountain. Inhale up. Exhale and dive down, long spine. Drop the chin. Inhale halfway. And exhale, bringing it back, frame out the feet. Left leg takes that giant step back, float into your lunge. Find your feet here. Place your hands so you can maintain a straight spine, which might mean you're up here. It might mean you're on blocks. Even out the pressure in that front foot. Use that breath. Move through this pose if you'd like to, just letting that left hip open up, feeling where that's at for you today. Feel that inhale, extend your spine taller. Feel that inhale, reach back through the back foot. And feel that exhale, allow your hips to just drop downward into that lunge. Stepping into plank, toes or knees. Taking a couple breaths here, feeling that strength, letting the muscles hug the thigh bones, letting those core muscles cinch in, nice wide belt, supporting your spine. Take a big inhale at the top. As you exhale, come down in chaturanga, all the way to your mat, spreading those toes to the mat, connecting the toenails, taking your hands out wide on your fingertips. Inhale, unfurl your spine, lifting up. Breathe to expand the belly. Exhale, reapply the front of the body back down. Inhaling up again. And then exhale, reapply back down, reaching back through the toes. This time just opening that right side. Inhale, pushing stronger through that right arm. Exhale, reapply that spine. Left hand only. Little rotation there. Exhale, bring that back center. Plant your palms next to your ribs. Inhale, up into your cobra. Exhale, into your downward dog. Belly button pulls in. Reach and extend through the hips. Let the heart melt between the shoulders. Little sway if you'd like. Letting those heels melt down. Maybe going a little pigeon toe, just shifting your weight to the right and the left, getting a big side body stretch. Breathe and expand into that side body as you shift right. Big inhale. Exhale, center, inhale, left. Bringing it center once you've balanced it out. Eyes looking forward, left leg extends way up. And exhale, step through into your forward fold. Relaxing through the head and the neck, spread out those toes. Inhale, lifting all the way up. And then exhale, bringing it into your mountain. So hopefully feeling a little warmer. We're going to continue on. We'll add some core challenges to all parts of this practice. So coming to the top of your mat, spread out through your toes, engage through those kneecaps. Feel like you're lifting them up on the legs. We're zipping up, engaging from the pelvic floor muscles, those bandhas, all the way up. So not just engaging your core six-pack muscles, but lifting the pelvic floor like you're doing a Kegel. Feeling these muscles wrap and lift all the way up through the ribs. Feel the shoulder blades set down the back. Inhale, extending up. Exhale, diving down, long spine. Dropping the chin. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bringing it back down. Right leg steps into your lunge. Feet are hip distance apart. Finding stability here. So once you have your legs set, and you can adjust them longer or shorter, then you're going to take your weight out of the upper body. Keep reaching through the crown of the head. And you can either put your hands on your hips, or if you'd like more challenge, extend them overhead. Sink into that lunge. Make sure you're not dumping your torso weight onto your thigh bone. Reach it forward and through. Big inhale. Exhale, lift up. So tall. And then reaching forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift it up. And again, long through your spine. Stay low in that lunge. Finding the edge of that pose. One more. Cactus out those arms. Scrape the wall behind you with the backs of your hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale all the way to your mat. Step into your plank, toes or knees. And from here, just a little hip dip. So you can do this from your knees, just rolling to one side and then to the center. Inhale to one side and the center, or from your extended legs. Inhale, dip down, and then back up. Doing 4 to 6 more on your own. Keeping the shoulders square. Recentering each time before you go from one side to the other. Keeping that stability. And bringing it center, finishing out whatever you need to do to be balanced on both sides. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Upward dog if you're feeling warmer. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Just taking a moment here. Inhale up onto those tiptoes. Exhale, sink back down. One more time, up onto your tiptoes. Sinking back down, let those heels melt, reach up, feel the back of the hamstrings stretch. Eyes looking forward, you can either step or hop into forward fold. Landing soft, relaxing through the upper body. Big toes together. Inhale all the way up. Interlock your fingers. Exhale, extend tall. Reach the thumbs to the wall behind you. Slide your hips to the left, reach to the right. Standing half moon. Inhale, exhale. Use that to cinch in that belt. Pulling yourself center. So inhaling to the side. Feet are rooted down. And feel like you're holding on to the giant balloon that's just pulling you tall. One more on each side. Whatever you need to balance out. Bringing that center, release your hands. Open into your mountain. Rolling out, finding that posture. Do the same thing on the other side. If you're starting to feel warmer, we're going to build some good fire in those core muscles today. All the way around, 360 degrees of core. Spread out through the toes, lift up those kneecaps, open. Thigh bones are spiraling in a little, helping to fan those sits bones open as well for room for your breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale, dive down, reach into your forward fold. Let yourself arrive fully in that pose. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, back down, left leg into your tall lunge. And take the time again to get into the depth of your lunge. And then taking your body weight out of the upper body, just letting the legs support you. Constantly pushing back through that back foot. Belly pulls in. And you can either bring your hands to your hips or you can extend them out. Belly button pulls in, shoulders down the back. Reach yourself through the crown of the head and through that back foot. Big inhale. Exhale, lift and extend. And again, inhale. And then extending up, thumbs reach back, heart lifts tall, legs are stable. Keeping your spine as tall as you can throughout this whole big movement. You can do this smaller if that feels more manageable. So pick what is going to work today. One more time. Cactus out, those arms at the top. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down to the mat. Stepping into your plank. Toes or knees. And from here, again, you can roll into that plank. We'll do 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Bring it center. Take a breath. Chaturanga through. Elbows in tight. Inhale up. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Oh, melt into that. And then going up onto the tiptoes as you keep your arms really strong and tall. Shoulders still away from the ears. Left leg inhales up. Exhale, stepping through. Or you can hop forward. Forward fold, any way you get there is great. Inhaling all the way back up. Unfurl your spine, lift through the heart, lock those fingers. Roll the shoulders down the back here, so setting the shoulders down the back. And you can either go through that half moon we did before, slide the hip, and then bring it back. If you would like to add more of a back bend component, imagine your fingers are going to draw a little rainbow above you. Inhale, curve around, exhale, back center. Lifting up strong, you're squeezing your glutes, lifting through your heart to protect the low back. Here's 4, or whatever you need for balance. About 4 more breaths, last 2. And last 1. Release your hands at the top. Exhale, bring them back down. Roll it out. You can bring your hands together, roll out through your wrists. Other way. Take your fingers, pull them back, and then down. Good idea to warm up your wrists if we're going to be doing some planks and other supported postures through the arms. We want those wrists to be comfortable. All right. So continuing on. So I'm starting to feel quite a bit warmer. And hopefully you guys are building up that fire too. Bring it to the top of your mat. Spread out through the toes. Roll your shoulders open. Inhale to lift. Exhale, dive down, long spine. Drop the chin. Inhale halfway. Step or hop into your plank. Right into your chaturanga. Inhale, lifting up, cobra or upward dog. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg way up. And from here, exhale, draw that knee in toward your chin. Really tight tuck. And let's take the shin as if you're going to tap it down. Barely getting to the mat. Exhale, draw that back up. Inhale, 4 and 3. Belly button pulls in. 2, knee to the chest. And 1, kick that up. Open to the side wall. Let the heel fall back. Big open front body. 1 more breath. Reach your knee to the ceiling. Melt your grounded heel. Extending tall. Inhale. Exhale, stepping forward and through. Plant your back foot. Inhale, lifting up. Extend through that front leg. Reach way up. Exhale, turn and open. Getting ready for triangle. So you can adjust your feet If you want to grab a block to have by that front foot, you can grab a block. Open the hips and shoulders, squaring them to the long edge of the mat. Find that posture. Set the shoulders down the back. Super glue your feet to the mat. Draw the muscles in your legs up to the middle of the body. So strong. Gliding forward, reaching 3. Just sliding your arms along an invisible tabletop. 2. Seeing how far your spine will let you go. Last one. Get to the furthest point. Hinge into your triangle. Tail is tucking under. Your hand can be on a block at any height, on your shin, on the mat. Open your heart to the ceiling. Pull those kneecaps up the legs. Inhale overhead if there's room for it. Exhale and open. 3, 2, keep rolling that heart open. And last one, belly button pulls in. This time turn your heart toward your big toe. Reach and extend. Right hand can come to your hip. Keeping those feet really strong. Keep pulling those kneecaps upward. If you would like, you can extend both arms. And then as you breathe here, roll that heart open again. Extended triangle. You can always put that bottom arm down. One more breath. Lifting all the way up. Exhale, sink into a warrior 2. You can lengthen your stance a little bit here. You can always change those feet. Turn the hips and shoulders, open that up. Feel where that ball and socket joint of your hip is. Strong reach through that back heel, blade of the foot. One more breath. And then cartwheeling those hands all the way back down. Finding your mat, framing out that foot. Stepping right back into your 3-leg dog. Exhale, stepping all the way up into your forward fold. Relax the upper body. Inhaling all the way up. Build yourself up tall. Exhale to your mountain. Inhale, lift. Exhale to dive. Tall spine, drop the chin. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step or hop into your plank. Take a breath right into your chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg way, way, way up. And exhale, draw that knee into your chin and your chest. As tight as you can, strong and steady through the arms. And then just barely kissing the mat. Inhale, exhale, pull up. Tuck as tight as you can on that exhale. About 4 more breaths. And 3, really active inward pull of the navel. 2, knee to your chin. And 1, kicking all the way back up. Open the hips, let that knee bend if you like. Reach your knee to the ceiling. Let your heel fall to your hips. Big breath, opening up through the front body. And then reaching way up. Exhale, stepping all the way through. Planting your back foot. And once your feet are stable, extending that front leg straight. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, turning your body. Lining yourself up for your triangle on this side of the body. So again, you can have that block ready if you like. You can always change your stance. Turn your hips and shoulders so they're square to the long edge of your mat. Stick your feet down and pull the muscles up. Get yourself set up for the strongest posture you can achieve today. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, bring it back. Just gazing down the center of that front arm. Keep your legs active. Last time, as long as you can, and then hinge when you can't go any further. Open that heart. So again, you can be on a block. Tail is tucked under. You can be on your leg. You can be on the mat. Heart is rolling open. Reach through the crown of the head. So active in all parts of this pose. Option, inhale overhead. Exhale, open it up. Big open heart. Always renewing the reach in your spine. Top hip is reaching back. One more time. Open. This time reaching overhead. Turn your heart to your kneecap, your big toe. Reach forward. Left hand can go to your hip or can extend. Reach as tall as you can. Square up the hips to the front of the mat. Activate those legs. And then keeping this extended, if you can, firming up through that core. Extended triangle, so strong. Whoo! One more breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior two. Sinking your feet longer if you need to. Take a minute, find your pose. Set the shoulders down, widen the knee. Lift your spine up. Setting the shoulders right on top of the hips. Soften the gaze down the center of your arm. Feel the strength in that pose. And then breathing to cartwheel the arms all the way down to your mat. Step right into your three-leg dog. Reach and extend. Exhale all the way up into your forward fold. Relaxing through the upper body. Softening through the face muscles. Inhaling all the way back up. Building that up tall. Exhale and open. Find your mountain. Beautiful job. Grab a drink anytime you need to. Hydrate. All right, continuing on. Hopefully this core is all fired up. We're going to keep on going. From the top of your mat, just making sure you have room to do some extension in chair pose. And remember, the longer of a lever that you have, the more that the muscles supporting that will be challenged. So you can kind of adjust a lot by placing your arms at different extensions. And you can play around with that with your practice. So don't be afraid to play with the pose. Lift up tall. Inhale up. Bring the big toes together. Exhale, dive down. Drop the chin. Bend the knees. Extend up. Big inhale into your chair pose. You can be at heart center if you need to. Mountain. Reach back through those hips, sitting as low as you can. Take a minute to find the opposition in your chair pose. Love chair pose. You're sitting back through the hips. You're reaching up through the top of the head. Pull the shoulders down the back, but reach the fingertips. Squeeze the knees together, activating those legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale and dive. Inhale, back into your chair pose. Stay here. You have the option, pulling in strong, to hinge into a tabletop. Lock the fingers together. Pull the thumbs toward the ceiling. An option, inhale, half moon. Keep the hips square. Exhale, bring it back. Drawing a little rainbow overhead. Inhale, belly button pulls in. Exhale, one more time each side. Inhale, long. Exhale, center. Release that. Inhale, lift up. Push through the heels. Exhale and open. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to dive into your plank. Straight into that chaturanga if you can. Inhale, lift up. Exhale to your downward facing dog. So taking a breath, get yourself here to your downward dog. Arrive. Whew. Good stuff, good stuff. And from here, just lifting onto those tippy toes. Bend the knees. Finding a tabletop or floating that table. Now you can always put those knees down. But floating the table. And from here, you can take that right leg and extend. Push through the heel. Exhale, bring it in. Navel to pulls in. Inhale, extend. Stabilize your shoulders. 4 more breaths. Exhale, belly button pulls in. And 3. And 2. Last one, squeeze your butt to extend. Bringing that in, back into your downward dog. And then from here, just taking that right leg, extending it way up. Exhale, stepping forward and through. Forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale to heart center. Into your mountain. Big toes together, heels slightly separated. Get your posture all set to be successful in your chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale and dive. Inhale to your chair. Strong through all parts of your pose. Inhale, extend. Finding that tabletop. Option to grasp the hands together, interlock those fingers. Inhaling to one side, 4. Exhale, center. Try to keep the hips square. 3. Reach back through the sits bones. 2. Reach forward through those hands. And inhale, exhale, center. Big breath up, push through your heels. Release all the way down to your plank. Chaturanga if you'd like. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, float your table. So you can do what we did before, or if you like, taking this right here and extending long. And your right hand is gonna root open. Then bring it back center. Left leg extends, right hand opens. Pointing through that toe. Float your table. So move at your own speed here. Recenter before you begin each side. Navel pulls in tight, trying to keep your spine tall. We're going to do one more time on each side. Whatever you need for balance. Last one, lots of good breath. Right back into your downward facing dog. Left leg extends way up. And exhale, step forward and through. Find your forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up. Exhale, open. And find your mountain posture. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff, good stuff. So from here, top of your mat, we're going to be adding on a jump through from a downward dog. And it's different for everyone. It doesn't have to be a jump, it can be a step. And sometimes it's just different based on arm length versus torso length versus legs. So just doing your best. Our goal on a jump through is going to be to have a very tight tuck. So when we were doing those tucks earlier, that's a really good preparation for that same muscle action for your jump through. So you can kind of let that muscle memory be in place for yourself. Spread out through your toes. Open up. Take a minute to find your feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, diving down into your plank, maybe even into your chaturanga. Meeting here any way you need to. Inhaling up, cobra, up dog. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Going into a moving bear. Inhaling the knees to the mat. Exhaling right back into your downward dog. Heels melt. Strong through those arms. Belly button pulls in. Just like for your floating table. And last one. Eyes looking forward. So you can either step or hop. Jumping through to sit. So as you go through that jump through, some people have their feet together. I like to cross my shins. So it's whatever is going to work for you. But just practicing that action to get those muscles in place. Sitting very tall, tall as you can. And then just hug those knees in and cross your ankles if you like. And then from here, activate, pull the navel in. Feel like you're going to roll yourself into a little ball. So you can start to roll the back a little bit, rounding the back. See if you can balance on the sits bones. Really strong pull in with the core. Keep your tuck and see if you can keep it and push through your hands. Your hands are pushing against that floor. This is that jump through posture. These are those muscles. So feel that strong activity, shoulders down the back. And then relax out of that. Sit forward if you need a minute. We're going to do the same thing one more time. And I have my right over my left, so if you want to switch, you can switch. Take a minute, find your posture up on your sits bones. And then as you gather those legs in to tuck tightly, draw yourself into that ball so you can round out the back a bit. Belly button pulls in. Squeeze the legs in. See if you can let go. Maintain that tuck as tight as you can. Push through the palms. Activate those muscles. Breathe. feel where everything is working. And then release that out. Nice work. So you can take the feet, bringing the soles of the feet together, matching them up so you feel the toes against each other, blades of the feet, ball of the foot, all parts of your heel. Draw that in as close to your body as you can. You can either hold some on your legs. If you have arms that can reach your feet and still maintain posture, you can hold your feet. Reach the knees to the sides of the room. Not pushing down, but pushing long. And at the same time, root down through the sits bones. Lift up through the crown of the head. Belly button pulls in. Pushing the knees to the opposite walls. Push your feet against each other at the same time. Find that opposition. One more breath. Breathe all the way down to the pelvic floor. Exhale back up. And releasing that out. Let's swing that back around. Planting your palms. Tuck your toes under, extending up into a short downward dog. And then just take your eyes forward and walk it up. Roll your spine up. Shoulders roll back and open. Lifting tall through your spine. Top of your mat. Inhale to lift. Exhale, dive down, long spine. Into your plank or your chaturanga. And then just get yourself there any way you need to. You can also go right to a downward dog if you like. Curling up in your cobra or upward dog. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Going into that bear. Inhaling, exhaling back. So you can stick with your moving bear here. If you'd like to add a jump as a handstand prep or just to stand on its own, you can extend, lead with the hips, drawing the hips up over the shoulders. And if you're doing your jumping bear, landing soft to absorb that momentum. 2 more breaths. Any way you're working these is fine. Eyes look forward, step or hop to jump through. Finding a seat, making sure there's room behind you, sit very tall, extending long, going into boat pose. So you can keep your feet grounded or you can lift. If you lift and you want some support, you can also put your hands behind you. So play around with it, figure out where you need to be. Lift up through your heart, wide belt around that waist, cinches in tight. Lift that heart over your knees. Sink the shoulders down the back. You're so active. Feels like you're gonna push through your feet, like you're standing up from chair pose. So you're squeezing your butt a little bit. 1 more breath. And then rest. Take a moment. Take a moment, take a moment. Right back into this. We're gonna go into a moving boat. And if you have a block or an object, it could be a weight, hand weight, anything, you can put that down like a little hurdle, or you can just imagine that there is some object there. So from here, finding your boat pose, inhale to one side, exhale center. Inhale, so you're drawing a little rainbow. Now the longer you make your legs, the more challenging this will become. You're lengthening that lever. Renew your form every time you exhale to that middle, stable posture. Option to extend the arms. Doing about 4 to 6 more on your own, squeezing your butt, keeping tall in your posture. Inhale over, exhale center. Doing whatever you need to do to balance it out, making it even on both sides, bringing it to the middle, and have a seat. Crossing those legs, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, long, tall spine. Keep your back flat for as long as you can. And when you can't keep it flat anymore, round it out. Relax the head and the neck. Crawl those fingers forward, take a breath. And then roll it up. Build up your spine. Cross your legs the other way. Sitting nice and tall. Inhale, lift. Exhale, long extension. And then just melt into that forward fold in this cross leg posture. Breathe and expand across the shoulder blades into the back of the rib cage, across the low back. And then rolling back up, build up your spine one vertebrae at a time. Open through the shoulders, spinning those legs around. Planting your palms, tuck the toes, short downward dog. Just take a moment, reach through those arms, and then walking your feet up, find your forward fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up, activate those legs. Exhale to your heart center. Bring it back center. Find the top of your mat. Find that lifted up spine. Take a minute, notice how your arms are hanging off of your shoulders, how you're holding your weight from your right to your left side. Inhale to lift. And exhale, diving down. Drop the chin. Inhale halfway. Exhale, framing out your feet, taking that right foot back, three-leg stance. So if you want to, you can walk your hands slightly forward, so your hand and your foot, your hands and foot, make a triangle, reach through that extended leg. Get your feet as far away from each other as you can. If you really want to challenge your core, you can take that right hand and reach alongside that right leg. And then bending, 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 reach back into a lunge, so feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, big step forward. Push through that left heel. You can either touch your toe or you can draw the knee up. Moving with your breath. Reaching back, floating your foot for as long as you can before you place it down and lift. Long spine. Keep that space between your vertebrae. Finding that movement with your breath. Really strong. Push through your left heel. Lift up. Crunch through that core. Ribs to hips. 2 more times. And last one. We're going to stay at the top. Exhale. Find your balance. And you can always grab onto something. Find a spot for your eyes. Give it a little squeeze. And then from here, holding that right leg, stacking the ribs over the hips, flex through your foot, keeping that knee and ankle lined up, and hinge open. Option to take that free arm up. Option to either hook your big toe or your foot and extend long. Belly pulls in, lift, lift, lift. Lots of good breath. And then bringing it back center, extending out long, reach. Find warrior 3 for a moment. And then into that lunge, floating your foot for as long as you can. Big inhale up. Exhale all the way to your mat into a 3-leg dog. 3, join it across your body. And 2, slow breath to allow you time to get your full range of motion here. And 1, drawing this through, extending out, centering your left hand, opening to a side plank. So you can either stay with your feet stacked, you can drop that left knee, find your best posture, option to float your top leg, so strong. Option to hook that knee, just like we did with standing, open wide. And if you really have it in you to catch your foot and extend, you can, but I don't think I have it right now. And then closing that up, taking a breath, chaturanga down and through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Eyes look forward, step or hop. Finding that forward fold. Take a moment, relax. And then just rolling up, letting that weight even out on your feet. Interlock your fingers, roll out the wrists. Other way. And find that really beautiful tall mountain posture to begin. Activate the legs. Inhale to lift. So tall. Exhale, dive down, reach through the crown of the head, all the way into that forward fold. Inhale halfway. And exhale, hands plant, left leg extends back, 3-point stance. So from here, you can walk your hands forward a bit, so you're making a triangle with your hands and your foot. Reach long, get your feet as far away from each other as you can. And if you would like to add that extra element of challenge, left hand is going to streamline next to that left leg. Breathing taller through your spine. Releasing that down, bending through the knee, floating into a lunge. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, stepping forward and through. Push through that right heel, and you can either toe touch or draw that knee up. And again, reaching back, floating as long as you can, bending the front knee, and then when you can no longer float that foot, planting it left, inhale, exhale, toe touch, or draw it forward and through. Ribs curl to the hips. And again. Finding the range of this, go slow and easy. So really intentional breath with the inhale and the exhale. Really controlled movements with your breath. Push through that heel. We'll go one more time. We're going to stay at the top this time and balance. Touching on anything that you might need to, you can hug that in. Taking a minute to find your shoulders right over your hips. And then just mountain with your right arm, flexing through your floating left foot, getting that foot ankle right under the knee, hinging open as you feel ready. Open wide across the shoulders as well. Standing strong on that right leg. Option to extend your right arm. Just let the gaze soften somewhere on the floor in front of you. If you want to hook your foot, your big toe, and extend and see where you're at on this side of the body. See where that feels, what you're at today. Really keeping that nice and wide. Lots of good breathing. Bringing that back center. All the way back into Little Warrior 3. Bending that knee into your lunge. Big inhale. Exhale your hands to the mat. Frame out your foot right into that 3-leg dog. Inhale up. Exhale across the body. Exhale, pull in. And again. Using that breath to match the movement. Using that movement to match the breath. So slow and easy with your breath. Last 2. And last 1. Drawing that through, centering your weight on your right hand, extending and opening to your side plank, remembering your knee options. Cinching in that belt, setting the shoulders, option to float your standing or your top leg. Keeping that posture. Option to hug that in, just like we did, opening wide through the hip. If you want to go to an extended leg by holding the toe or the foot, go for it. This is a good challenge for me. I'm going to stay right here. And releasing that out. Close that up. Right back into your 3-leg dog. Exhale, stepping forward and through. Find your forward fold. And then just roll it all the way up. Shoulders roll back and open. Standing tall. Oh, good job. All right. Hydrate if you need a drink. Back to the top of your mat. Bringing it down to the mat, we're going to finish up with some more core poses that really focus on that core all the way down on your mat. So starting off right at the top. Lifting up. Find that weightlessness in your spine as you float the vertebrae up. Try to visualize a little space in between each one of your vertebrae getting bigger and taller. Inhale to float the arms. Exhale, diving down. dropping the chin. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to your plank. You can step or hop. Take a breath at the top. Exhale, chaturanga down and through. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back into your downward facing dog. And then from here, lowering the forearms into a dolphin pose. And if you'd like to tiptoe those feet in a bit, you can. If you'd like to take that right leg and reach up, option. And then switching your feet, left leg and reach. And put it back. Shifting your weight forward, you can tiptoe back, find your dolphin plank. Push through those forearms, reach through the crown of the head, squeeze those legs. And extending right back up, find your downward facing dog. Shoulders might feel a little bit warm right there, a little juicy, that's good stuff. Eyes look forward, and you can step or hop to sit. There's that jump through again. And if you are really comfortable jumping through, and you have a straight leg jump through, where you can swing in a pike through to sit with your legs straight, go for it. That's more advanced than with your legs crossed in a ball, and by all means go for it. I am definitely not there yet, but I know some of you guys might be. So finding your posture, making sure you have room behind you to bring it back down to the mat, lifting really tall, set the shoulders, lift the heart, wide belt, cinches in tight, lengthen the back of the neck, find your boat. We're going to inhale down to the mat, reach and extend, walk the vertebrae down, hollow body, so you're squeezing your butt, imprint the spine, exhale, back up into your boat pose. Do this with as little momentum as possible. So if you need a little extra swing of the arms, do it, but inhale down, exhale. Lift over the knees with that heart. Let's do 4 more. Squeeze through those legs. Exhale, lift the heart over the knees, squeeze the butt. Keep squeezing the glutes. So we are strong from the center of the body outward. And that strength in the core is going to allow the limbs to move a little more freely, a little more lightly. Last time. This time, holding your hollow body. Bring those arms down, pull the navel in, squeeze the shoulders down the back, reach through your toes. And then just hug that in. Nice job. Woo-hoo-hoo. Roll it out a minute. Let that breath come back to you. Plant your feet. Get the shoulders beneath you. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Nice long, even pressure down the backs of the arms, from the shoulders all the way down through the tips of the fingers. Even out the pressure in your feet from the big toes to the pinky toes to both edges of your heels. And as you breathe, take a big inhale, exhale, tuck the tail, press through each part of your back. Peel your spine up off of the mat. Trying to keep those thigh bones parallel. Inhale at the top, keeping that even pressure down through the arms. Expand through the front body. Exhale, begin pushing through the shoulder blades, middle back, articulating that spine down to the low back. Now, if you find that you have like some wobble happening, you can kind of check that with a yoga block or something similar. So you can take that block and hold that in between your legs. And the thickness of the block should be about enough to keep the knees and hips in line with each other. You don't want to have the knees way out here or way in. So if you need to do a block like this to get more in alignment, that's fine too. So you can use this as kind of a check to make sure that you're keeping that engagement through the inner thighs as well. Starting off again, lengthen the back of the neck, firm up through your feet. Find that pressure from the shoulders to the fingertips. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, peel the spine off the mat, pressing through each part of your back, lifting tall. Inhale. Exhale, reapply your spine. So you should feel like the feet are directly under the knees. the whole time, even pressure in that block. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tail, push through the low back, middle back, upper back, all parts of your arm. Squeeze your glutes, open the front body. Big inhale to expand the front of the ribs, front of the belly and hips. Exhale, reapply your spine back down, all the way to the mat. Make sure we're not digging the back of the head into the mat. One more time, inhale. Exhale, begin to tuck under, peel that spine up, walking the vertebrae off the mat, lifting to the highest point of that bridge. Inhale at the top. Exhale, curling back down, walk it through. All the way to neutral spine. You can set that block off to the side if you were holding a block. And at this point, we are ready for our final little bit of relaxation, a little bit of stretch and roll out. So if you have room on the back or behind you, you can continue with that. If you are going to cool off too much and you need a sweatshirt or a blanket, take a minute, get what you need. And if you need to resolve any part of your body that I'm not working on, do what you got to do for you. This is your practice. It feels different every time. Rolling out here. If you want to go for happy baby, you can catch the blades of the feet, or you can take your peace fingers and hook your big toes and draw those knees toward the armpits. You can do this with those legs bent or straight, whatever is going to feel best. Bringing that back center. Hug that right knee in, left leg reaches long. Cradle it out. And then just drawing that across the body, reaching that right arm to the opposite direction. Your leg can be bent or straight. Both arms make a big T. Looking off to the right. Keep the shoulders contacting the mat. Your floating leg can be bent or straight. Breathing into that twist. And then slowly soften out of that pose. And then bringing it back center. Hug that left knee in, extend that right leg long, just cradle it out. Just moving through that hip socket in whatever way feels good right now. And then just taking this and drawing it across the body. Left arm extends out, looking to the left as you draw that over to the right, letting your arms make a T, and you can reach any amount of bend or straight in that floating leg. Breathe into that rotation. Use your exhale to further any twist that you have. And then slowly coming back out of that. Recenter through your body. Anything else you need to do to resolve your limbs, your muscles, your joints, take a moment to do what you need to do. Allow your body to settle on your mat into a fully relaxed position. Imagining your yoga mat is like a beach towel on a warm sandy beach, and you are just digging that little spot for yourself in the sand. And just allow that breath to slow and become an observer of your breath. Not making any attempt to control it. Just allowing your body to breathe in whatever way it needs to. And as you breathe, you can begin to observe and take stock and inventory of your muscles from your head down to your toes, allowing them to fully relax and melt into your Shavasana. And just allow yourself to remain here, letting your breath calm your thoughts until you feel ready to come on back up and continue with your day.